Howdy y'all, my name is Frosty, or Frost the Snow Pickle, and welcome back to West of Loathing. I just restarted the game because I made a choice that I wasn't happy with. Don't worry, you didn't miss much. It was like 3 minutes into the next recording. I just restarted, made all the same choices. So that was just so that I could redo what I was doing. Back to the Fricker Gang's hideout. So last time I came through here, I just shot this guy without waking him up, and I got the perk Ruthless. I might reconsider doing that. That was not the thing that I did that I wanted to change. You know what? I'm gonna wake him up. I want to be a more honorable person. Because I came out west to help people, remember? You poke Thud with your boot. He slowly gets to his feet. Thud Fricker, the Fricker Gang's intrepid lookout, appears to be taking a little nap. You poke him with his boot. He gets to his feet. Hey, you're not supposed to be here! Thud is, well, let's say he's no Rhodes Scholar, if we assume that it's 7 years from now and that idiom makes sense. You feel bad about the idea of killing him. Walk away, Thud. Thud, you don't want this life. Take a hike. Okay, you're probably right. Thud stumbles off into the desert. He'll probably be fine. I got Honorable, which is last time I got Ruthless. You got a strong moral compass and an accurate ethical protractor. Can't do that because that needs foraging. Finders keepers. Silver cufflinks. If you wore fancier shirts, you might have some use for these. Alright, and this is where we got to before restarting, because I want to go over here to this guy. Psst! Can you pass the soap? He mumbles and hands you a bar of soap before sinking deeper into both sleep and the tub. Cool. Alright, so last time, because I had Ruthless, I got to just drown him, but instead I'll tie him up. Grab a nearby length of rope and carefully tie his hands together, and then to the handles of the tub. The sheriff can come collect him later. Let sleeping bandits lie. And that's all that's different. I didn't get Ruthless, and I got the soap last time. I forgot the soap. Alright. Everything from this point on is new. You cautiously approach the Fricker Gang. They're pretty engrossed in their poker game, so it doesn't actually require that much caution. You hide behind a barrel and eavesdrop on their conversation for a while. The one with the eye patch is quiet, but you gather that his name is Snipe, and that the squirrely one is his brother Wimpy. What's your play here? Approach them and talk. Howdy, boys. Deal me in? The one with the eye patch raised an eyebrow at you. Who are you? How'd you get past Thud and Soapy? What do you want? I'm here for the sheriff's door. I'll show you the door. The door to hell! He reaches for his gun. Okay then, fight it is. Alright, this is my first fight, and I have not been to here yet. Trying to shoot him will hit a sturdy barrel instead. Target will suffer 9 hot damage, costs 1 AP. Increase your armor by 4. This will not end your turn. Let's use that one. Increase my armor, and then go over and whack him. Wimpy Fricker. Oh, I probably should have shot that guy, because he's the sniper. Or hit that guy. Bam! Alright. I have no action points remaining. I think the barrel is preventing him from hitting me with the guns, so I'm just gonna keep whacking him. Yeah. Got it! Victory! Press any key to continue. Leaders are dead by your hand. Sheriff will be proud of you, though you're not sure how your mother would feel. Time to recover the sheriff's door. Oh, actually, there's one other thing that I need to go put that on it, on the cactus guy. Forgot to do that. Oh. Let's examine it. Okay, just check. Bar of soap. Dr. Sweckleton's Pure Castile Soap. Where this comes from, they call it soap. We got the bag of homing oats. I think that happened last time. Yeah. I need to go put the... Shouldn't leave without grabbing the sheriff's door. Oh, right. Mug. Get the mug. Get the meat. Get the door. The door from the Boring Springs jails is only 7. I really wish that you could get both ruthless and honorable, although they are contradictory, but I guess you can't. So... I need to check something quickly. I need to make sure that, Howdy, y'all. Welcome back. Okay. So, there is nothing that I did in the previous video that I haven't redone, but I do need to go and stick the cactus on this guy's face. Behind the outhouse at Orville Mine. Alright, now I can trade the soap. Well, sir, today I am trading locks for soap, and to the cunning Skinner who brings me 3 rattlesnake hides. Well, to that adventurous soul I will trade a fine silver pocket watch. Trade the soap for a lock. Braid, though you really don't think his name is actually Braid, takes your soap and hands you a lock. No trades right now, thanks. Alright. Now we can return this. I see the Fricker gang hasn't put a stop to your breathing. Did you rescue my cell door? You hand the sheriff his door and he hangs it back on its hinges. Nice work, stranger. This here prison cell just got about 4 times more secure. Are there any Fricker boys left for me to round up? Yeah, 1 or 2 that are asleep on the job. I'll go round them up shortly then. Looks like I owe you a reward. Produces a big bag of meat. You gain 400 meat. Got another little task for you. If you got the time. Should be a lot simpler than the last one. What you need? Well, the Frickers busted the lock when they took the door. Gonna need a new lock. I just so happen to have one. Hand the sheriff the lock. That'll do nicely. Sheriff puts the lock on the cell door, then accidentally drops the key and it clatters into the cell. Hellfire. Don't suppose you know how to pick a lock, stranger? You got a needle handy? I'll see what I can do. Pick the lock. Consumes a needle. You deftly pick the lock. I unlocked your cell for you. Sheriff walks into the cell and picks up the key. He looks around for a place to hide it and eventually sticks it under his hat. Thank you kindly, stranger. If Boring Springs ever gets any more criminals, they better watch out. That's a good job you done. Don't mention it. Here, have this souvenir of your time in Boring Springs. Got an item. Replica sheriff badge. This is a plastic facsimile of the sheriff's badge. He usually gives them to children who toured the jail. Thanks, sheriff. Alright. Found these mugs. Much obliged. Thanks. Just thought I'd say howdy. Howdy, Susie. Okay, bye-bye then. Nothing new in there. Alright, now all we gotta do is go get the horses. Orville Mine. This is where Bill said to look. Look behind the outhouse. Hey, he wasn't kidding. Not that this would have been a funny thing to kid about, I guess. Got a shovel. A device for turning ground into holes. Some meat ore in this cart. Gain 15 meat. Mug. And into the mine we go. This mechanism is labeled Cargo Elevator Control. A poster on the wall behind reads Level 1, Blasting Cap Storage, Level 2, Plungers, both kinds, Level 3, Tools. Where do you want to send the cargo elevator? Leave it alone for now. Unrefined Meat Nugget. This looks dangerous. At least there's no plunger hooked up to it. Elevator's closed. In any case, it's not a people elevator, it's a cargo elevator. Let's get plungers. Plungers! The sign lied, though. There's only the one kind. Take one. Got an item, detonation plunger. Sometimes the only solution to a clogged pipe is to blow up the entire building. This looks dangerous. Hook up the plunger to it. Fighting against your instincts for self-preservation, you fucked up a plunger and strung it a fair distance away. This makes you nervous. Press the plunger. You press the plunger and nothing happens. You forgot to hook up a blasting cap. Alright, blasting caps are on level 1. The crates are all labeled blasting caps. The period is part of the label, that's why it's inside the quotes like that. Grab it. Dang, it looks like you're gonna need a crowbar to pry them open. Okay. Tools. It's a toolbox, but it's locked. Pick the lock. Consumes the needle. You manage to unlock the toolbox, but the needle is ruined in the process. Most of the tools inside are rusted away to nothing, but there's a pretty nice crowbar. Got an item. Crowbar. Crowbar is one of nature's simplest machines. It's exactly what you want on your side if a thing has a lid and you don't want it to have a lid anymore. You dust the turnip off and eat it. Now you understand why people don't tend to eat raw turnips. Gain an effect, turnip fuel. You've eaten a nutritious turnip and you're ready to take on the whole world. Alright, stomach capacity determines how many food items you can eat before you need a nap. Because you can't take naps, you can only go to sleep for an entire night. Liver capacity determines how many alcoholics you can handle before you have to sleep it off. Spleen capacity determines how many potions you can use in a day. Alright, let's put the crowbar on instead of the broken board. Alright, now we can go back to level 1. Grab it. Pry open one of the crates with your crowbar and grab a blasting cap. This is a device for converting electricity, which has only recently been discovered, into explosions, which are awesome. Add a blasting cap. Hey, you've succeeded in putting yourself in grave danger. Kaboom! Horrible mines head. Still some meat in there. Looks like something's buried here. Silver nugget. Nice. You see the dark horse. Barely. Approach her. Hey there, girl. It's okay, I'm a friend. I weeded there, I don't know if Mikey picked it up. The horse shies away from you, though in this case it's more like cripplingly introverted away from you. Reassured. Oh, come on, don't be like that. Look, I brought some oats for you. They aren't poison or anything. In retrospect, I guess that wasn't a very comforting thing to say. Pat her on the nose. As you reach out to pat her nose, the horse ducks and steps further back in the shadows. Oh, come on. Feed the oats. Take a handful of oats out of the bag and hold them out to the horse. Here you go. Yum yum. Snort. She sidles away from you warily and makes a surprisingly good attempt at hiding in her own shadow. Come on, please. Eat the oats yourself. Look, they're fine, okay? See? You take a handful from the bag and toss it into your mouth. Ugh. It's like the roughest, blandest breakfast cereal you've ever eaten. Still, it's better than dry cat food. Don't ask. You smile to show the horse that you're fine and realize that you've unconsciously turned around and walked out the door. Jeez, these are powerful. The horse looks at you warily as you re-enter with a cheerful wave. See? Perfectly fine. Pat her on the nose. The horse hunches her shoulders and seems to shrink slightly as you pat her nose, but she doesn't actually flee, so that's something. There's a good girl. Winnie. Feed her the oats. The horse finally seems relaxed enough around you, so you offer her a handful of oats. Warily, begrudgingly, she eats them. Then she gestures at something behind you. You turn around to look, but don't see anything. When you turn back, she's gone. Well, okay then. And I think that's everything we can do here. Oh. I think so. instructions for the cargo elevator. Examine the controls. Alright. Well, now we can head to Thousand Snakes Gulch. Oh, one of these rocks is really shiny. Grab it. Got a shiny rock. It's shiny, and it's about the size of a rock. Dang it. Eek. Ow. The snakes look sleepy, but not that sleepy. Attack it. Alright, this is just gonna get rid of it, so... Frosty Punch! Victory. You have slain a snake. Before long, they'll call you Snake Murdering Frosty. Yay! Oh, another snake? Well, I guess it's not called One Snake Gulch. Fight it. Startled rattlesnake. Alright, so I can't take it out with just one spell like that this time, so I think I will increase my armor and then shoot it. Bam! Ow. That was rude. Oh wait, this is better than the gun. Why am I using the gun? Made short work of that long snake. Ow. This snake looks really angry. You're gonna need every trick in the book to beat this one. I'm good at tricks. Oh, I have 2 action points now. I've leveled up. Let's... Oh wait, nope. It said I had 2 action points, but it doesn't anymore. Bam! 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 Nice work. If the whole cowboy thing doesn't work out, you could always get the job as a snake exterminator. Yep. This horse has gone snake crazy. Or maybe he was some other kind of crazy before. Approach him. Hey there, boy. Hey, fella. I'm a friend, okay? It's cool, alright? Be cool. Don't freak out on me. At his nose. You carefully and gently pat the horse's nose. He twitches a bit. Okay, a lot. But seems to recognize that you aren't going to eat his eyes or suck out his soul or whatever madness is bouncing around in that skull of his. That's a good boy. Look him in the eyes. You calmly look the horse in the eyes. One of them is fixed in a glassy 1,000-yard stare, and the other is revolving madly in its socket like he's thinking of trying to escape in every direction simultaneously. He looks to be calming down a little now that it's clear you aren't actually made of spiders, though. Feed him the oats. You hungry, boy? I got a little treat for you. You feed the crazy horse some of the homing oats, and it gallops away with a whinny, or rather a Hopefully he's headed home and not into the 12th dimension. Cool. You don't have to walk all the way back over there. Hit M or click the map icon to travel quickly. Yeah, but I want to. I really thought I'd get like a secret perk or something for walking all the way back. Boring Springs Boneyard. Our founder, Zephaniah Boring, 1806 to 1885. He was actually a really interesting guy. A dirty mug here. Grab it. Benjamin Crockett, 1320 to 1364. He showed up way too early. Beauregard Skelton, Captain, 3rd Cavalry, 1820 to 1866. Dig up the grave. Alright, Alright, he's got 20 health. Let's beam shield. And then let's whack him. Ow, that was rude. Whack him again. Whack him again. Victory. You put a stop to Captain Skeleton's unnatural animation. Yeehaw, skill up, glamour level 2. Got an item, old cavalry saber. Here comes the cavalry saber. Got an item, gold tooth. This was in the ground for a very long time, then in somebody's mouth for a very short time, and now it's in your backpack. Sweet. Alright, crowbar is 5.6, saber is 5.6. We'll keep the crowbar for now. A skeleton. You're not getting past it without a scuffle. A scuffle it is! Bam! Victory. The skeleton collapses into a pile of loose bones. Cool. That guy just wouldn't stay put. Alright, there's a ghost horse, but first I'm gonna look at Timothy Cochran, devoted husband. Elizabeth Cochran, beloved daughter. Silas Cochran, a baby. Your pulse quickens as you get near the spooky, translucent horse. Approach her. You approach the weird, semi-transparent horse cautiously so as to not startle her, though you quickly come to the realization that this is not a horse that startles easily. Hello there. Hi. I'm a friend, okay? That's a little strange. How you did that without opening your mouth? Pat her on the nose. Pat the horse's nose, which is very cold. If you were going to ride her, you would want an extra saddle blanket to keep your butt from freezing. Pat her on the nose again. Yep, still cold. Brr. 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 You get the idea. Feed her the oats. Here you go, girl. I have some oats. Hold out a handful of oats for the horse, but she just sort of stares right through you. Brr. Please don't look at me like that. Or maybe I should go.
Snort.
Try the oats again. You hold the oats out again, but the horse continues to ignore them. What's the matter? Are they not spooky enough? I'm not sure how to make oats spooky. I guess I could put some bone meal on them, but I don't have anything handy to grind up the bones with. Grave dirt?
Witty.
Is that a yes? Weird. Okay. Add some grave dirt to the oats. You sprinkle the oats with just a little bit of grave dirt and hold them out again. The horse gazes expressionlessly at them, then eats them.
Nay.
And with that, she glides away in the direction of town. Bizarre. I'm gonna walk all the way back just to prove that I'm better than y'all. This horse seems uncomfortable when you look directly at her. This is the most typical horse you've ever seen. You behold a pale horse, like absurdly pale. This horse has the look of someone who has seen the madness that dances on the other side of the void. I don't know how you spotted her hiding in that mine, but thanks for sending back my dark horse. Sure thing. It looks like my pale horse made it back safe. Thanks for your help. Anytime. Thanks for finding my crazy horse. He was eating loco weed again, wasn't he? Not that I noticed. That's all of them. I can't thank you enough. Here's a little extra for you. Thanks. Afternoon, sir. What can I do for you? You said something earlier about an injury? Yeah, I busted my knee while mucking out the showroom. Don't ask how, it's embarrassing. I was gonna get Doc Alice to have a look at it, but she gave up doctoring. Why'd you do that? Nobody knows. She just shut herself up in her office. She said she wouldn't talk to anyone except Nurse Whiskey. Is that an actual nurse, or I'm pretty sure she was just being sarcastic. I see. Can you sell me a horse? Sure thing. I should warn you, though. Horses get mighty attached to their riders. Once you bought one, you won't be able to change your mind later. Which, are you interested in? Let me think on that. Wait, I can shovel this now. Shovel it. XP. Shovel it. XP. XP. It's nasty work, but somebody's got to do it. Shoveling. Leveled up, yes. Dude, loose dirt. Got a mug. Yeah. Woo. I can offer her whiskey, but first... Found these mugs. 75 meat. Thanks. Just thought I'd say howdy. These two are playing poker, or at least trying to. They keep looking back and forth from their hands to the how to play poker card that came with their deck, biting their lips and concentrating real hard. Can I play? They look at you nervously. Look, I have some meat. Let's play. Put 20 meat on the table and sit down before they can say no. One of them shuffles the cards sloppily and deals a new round. You get a pair of 10s, plus a 2, a 3, and a king. Let's bet aggressively. Yeehaw! I'll bet 15 meat. They look at each other nervously, but they both call your bet. Okay, read 'em and weep. Show your pair of 10s, plus 2, 3, king. The guy on your left has a full house, and the gal on the right, 2 jacks, 3 aces. And the gal on your right somehow got a straight flush. 2 through 6 and hearts. Outfox them. You explain that jacks are worth 9 points each, giving the guy on the left a total of 21 points. To the gal on the right's 20, and you're 25 plus a king. And the king represents King Ralph the Ninth, whom the Western colonies revolted against because of unfair taxes. So they owe an extra tax of 10 meat each. They nod in understanding and push more meat across the table at you. You collect your winnings and stand up. They thank you for helping them learn the game. I gain 15 meat. Walk away. They don't have enough meat left to bother with. It looks like they're playing for spiders now. Are you Susie Cochran? How'd you know my last name? I saw the graves in the cemetery. I'm sorry for your loss. Susie scowls bitterly and mutters into her whiskey. I saw it happen. Saw the whole damn thing and couldn't do nothing about it. Bartender said it was cows? Cows, right. I don't know what those things are, but they ain't cows, not anymore. What happened? It was a raid. See, Ma and Pa used to ranch cattle back before they came home. Pa didn't make it, but Ma and I managed to rebuild. We ranched pigs instead, and she left me the place when she passed. Go on. Well, I guess a passing herd sniffed out that it used to be a cow ranch, and they attacked. A couple days ago. It happened so fast I didn't even have time to get my rifle out of the gun safe. Cows smashed in the front door, and fire started out back by the root cellar. House went up in blazes just like that. What'd you do? There wasn't anything I could do. Couldn't get upstairs to the kids because of the fire, and I saw Tim trampled right in front of me. She drains her glass. I ain't want to talk about it anymore. Sorry. She refills her mug from a bottle on the bar and doesn't reply. What'll you do now? Head west, I suppose. Nothing keeping me here, and no desire to stay. Can't leave without my rifle, though. Why not? It was Ma's rifle. It's all I got left of anybody. Where is it? Left it at the ranch like a damn fool. Listen, can I ask you a favor? I need someone to go get it for me. Well, why don't you go get it for yourself? Susie's jaw clenches. She turns away so you can't see her face and resumes her drink. Oh. Look, I know you got no call to do a favor for a stranger, but I ain't got a lot of options. Your rifle, you mean? Yeah. Okay, I'll go get it. So it shows you on the map where her ranch is. Discovered the Cochran Ranch. You just scoot on over to Nurse Alice. Get lost! Offer whiskey. Whiskey delivery for you, Doc.
What brand?
Nurse whiskey. Your favorite, I'm led to believe.
Didn't know she makes house calls. Alright, hold on.
You hear a rattle as she unlocks the door. Enter the house. Wow. Shouldn't this be further away from the fireplace? The stove is spotless. Either she's really compulsive about cleaning, or she never cooks. Doc Alice looks to be about in her 50s. Her hair is graying and her face is lined, but her eyes are still clear and sharp, if bloodshot. She holds out her hand.
Whiskey. Stab.
Don't. She scowls at you.
Well, what the hell did I let you in here for, then?
You shrug. Alright, fine, we'll get to it. She cracks open the whiskey and fills a small flask she takes out of her pocket. Then she puts the flask back in her pocket and starts chugging out of the bottle. Geez, Doc, that doesn't seem healthy.
Who's the doctor here, me or you?
Okay, point taken. Doc Alice continues to pour whiskey down her neck, occasionally stopping to breathe.
Is everything alright? That depends on how fast I can get this whiskey into my bloodstream compared to how fast my liver filters it out. And I can't talk and drink at the same time, so...
She glares at you meaningfully. So what's the matter, Doc?
What's the matter? The whole world's gone to hell in a horse cart, and you ask, what's the matter? Bandits, cow demons, dead man walking. Why don't you go ahead and pick one, and I'll drink to that?
Dead men walking? Yeah. Frosty, you literally just saw dead men walking and fought them. Why are you asking that?
You haven't seen it? Corpses and skeletons staggering around like puppets with half their strings cut, looking to take a bite out of the living.
Oh yeah, there was a skeleton in the cemetery.
It's nice to get some confirmation that I'm not losing my damn mind.
But how's that even possible?
It is impossible. It goes against everything I know about medicine. Dead patients don't get back up.
Patient? Oh. Ouch. Doc Alice turns away, grimacing.
Every doctor loses one now and again. You never get used to it, but well, it happens. But what doesn't happen is them coming back afterward and looking for revenge.
That must be pretty rough.
Rough? Buddy, I don't think you comprehend the situation. It's not just patients, it's neighbors, friends, husbands.
Oh,
indeed.
She turns away from you and focuses her attention back on the bottle. Doc Alice sighs exasperatedly.
What now?
Do you have any idea what's causing the resurrections?
Well, I heard a rumor.
A rumor? What is it?
It's when you get incomplete information from an unverified source.
We have to get her to a hospital immediately.
A hospital? What is it?
It's a big building with patients inside, but that's not important right now.
Anyway, what I heard is that there's a fella out west that's causing it. A necromancer, they call him. Supposedly he's sending magic out into the world somehow.
Magic like the beanslingers use?
I never heard of any beanslinger raising the dead, have you?
Her skull deepens.
That'd be one hell of a can of beans. What now?
What's the deal with all that TNT?
It's so when I feel like I'm about to go, I can blow myself into bits so small there won't be nothing left to come back.
That seems drastic.
Drastic hell! No way am I taking the risk of becoming one of those things.
Fair enough, I suppose.
About that necromancer. Assuming he exists, what about him?
Well, maybe someone ought to try and stop him. Doc Alice gives you a shrug.
You? 'Cause I know you ain't talking about me.
Why not you?
Gray-haired old woman that knows about as much about fighting as a squirrel knows surgery. Did you hit your head on a bar stool, kid?
You're not that old. And if I were going to pick someone to go up against Necromancer, it'd be someone who also knows
about death, but in a scientific way. A doctor, right?
Doc Alice stares hard at you and takes a swig from her bottle, saying nothing.
And it sounds to me like you got plenty of motivation to get the job done for your friends
And everyone. She continues to look at you. You can see the gears turning in her head.
Beats doing nothing anyway. Beats locking yourself in a house full of TNT and drinking yourself to death. You aren't even doing any doctoring anymore.
She winces and looks away, then she shakes her head slowly.
You seriously expect me to ride out west by myself chasing a rumor?
Doesn't have to be by yourself.
I'm heading west too. Tag along with me and maybe we can find the guy and put a stop to him. It's crazy. Impossible.
Impossible like raising the dead is impossible? Alice crosses her arms and regards you thoughtfully. A spark slowly brightens in her eyes.
Alright, kid, what the hell? Let's give it a shot.
Cool.
Just let me know when you're ready to leave. I'll wait here.
Vanity doesn't look like it sees much use. Preen a little. Grab a pair of tweezers and pluck some of your more unsightly eyebrows. I'm probably not actually gonna take Doc Alice with me.
Hey Doc, can I look at your books? Sure, if you want to. Not they're gonna do you much good in this doomed, forsaken hellhole.
You should try being less cheerful, Doc. Check out the books. Survey the books on Alice's shelf. They're all medical textbooks except for a few. There's what I was looking for. Leaf through the Goblin... Okay, so we can leaf through the Legend of Curly's Meat, leaf through the life and works of Fred Ferguson, leaf through the Goblinoid Tongues of Primer, or make like a tree and leaf. We'll go with Goblinoid Tongues first. You start flipping through the Goblin language book. It's confusing at first, but you eventually get so engrossed that by the time you take a break from reading, several blurfs have passed. And you also know that blurf is the Goblin word for hour. You've learned to speak Goblin. Sort of. Goblin tongue. You speak a little bit of Goblin, at least enough to order a beer, which is the most important thing. Leaf through the Legend of Curly's Meat. The book tells the story of the legendary treasure, a massive chest full of premium meat, secreted, in hidden sense, not in the extruded sense, in the western desert by an old cowhand named Curly Butterfield. Leaf through the life and works of Fred Ferguson. This book purports to be a Civil War surgeon's autobiography, but flipping through it, you mostly find lists of reasons that drinking alcohol is bad. So, it's actually a work of ludicrous speculative fiction. Haha. At least there are some useful appendices in the back and some diagrams of appendices. Let's make like a tree and leaf. Survey the books on the shelf. They're all... Alright, you've already perused. Anything else of interest? Alright, well, that's where we're going to end that episode. If y'all enjoyed, which you probably did if you made it to the end here, feel free to hit every button you can find on YouTube. I won't see y'all in the next one because I'm looking at a webcam, but if you choose to watch it, you'll see me in the next one. Farewell.